sort of. Alright, let's get this party started. MC, how are you doing? Centauri, how are you doing? I was thinking about when you'd stream like 5 minutes ago, and now you're streaming. Oh, okay. Might try. That's fine for now, I'm sure. Alright, good, that's good. I'm trying to figure out what else I need to do. There's still a lot I need to do. I doubt I'll finish the ship today. But I've got the main thing done. Propellers, all the propulsion systems are in, and everything. Now it's everything else that needs to be put in. So that'll be fun. The rudder was a real piece of work to do, because the rudder wasn't fun in the slightest. 3-to-1 Adriatic, nice. I'm bringing back the old music because I got sick of the Minecraft music. Alright. I have the forecastle all finished up. The entire front of the ship is good now, except for the anchor, which I'll do eventually. Alright. Let's get some deck plans open. Oh. There we go. Alright, now I gotta scroll past all these files. I doubt it for the TRH videos. Yay. There we go. Alright, Lusitania deck plans are opened. I'm gonna need more than just deck plans, however. RMS Lusitania. Bow. Oh, that should be good. I'm honestly not sure if I like the railings at the front of the bridge, but I'll keep them just for accuracy's sake. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know if that's 7 or 8. So we're gonna find out. I don't know which block to put on either. That's a problem. Definitely. Probably just this one. It's good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Bit too high for my liking, but that's alright. Doesn't need to be perfect. I'm still in for... I know when I finish this old thing, I'm still in for a ride, because after this I gotta do the Ile-de-France. I'll probably do her launch version with the 3 funnels instead of 2. All I see is lead to New York. I just ate 2 plutonium cores and drank motor oil. Well, that's not good. I don't even know what a plutonium core is, to be honest with you. I have not a clue. Yeah, doctors don't really recommend that, I don't think. Alrighty, see you, MC. Have a good one. I'm wondering on these plans. I need to find the deck plans of all these ships again. Here they are. Alrighty, Cunard line. Cunard line, come on, there we go. Where's Lusitania? There's Lusitania! Is there anything... Machinery plan. Oh, that would have been helpful. Machinery plan. General arrangement. Is there anything... No. I'll just have to find the images myself, that's alright. Wait, aren't plutonium cores the thing where it drops the shoots of radiation? Plutonium is even more radioactive than uranium, I believe, and plutonium cores are used for nukes or for the old 1940s nukes, as far as I'm aware. Huh. Learn something new every day. I can probably use the general arrangement plans for this. No, I can't use the general arrangement plans for this. That sucks. Well, hang on, which deck is this? That would be the boat deck, I think. Yeah. Well, there's gonna be another thing there. And do I have any doors put in yet? Because I want to know, if so, I want to know what blocks I used for them. I don't think I do. I'll probably just use, like, stripped dark oak or something. Oh, I have my bridge. Is that what I used? Yeah, that's exactly what I used. Build the Lusitania, becomes hard to say after a while. So what is that? The Lusitania, but 1,000 times longer? Because if so, I have a straight and simple answer for you. No! Jay, did you see? Yes, I replied back. I made a video on the Red Star Line on my 3rd channel, on my history channel. And I found some information about it. So she, if I'm not mistaken, she was chartered by the Red Star Line in 1903. Her name remained the... what was it called? The... I don't remember. But her name remained under her Atlantic Transport Line name. And it wasn't until 1920 she was actually sold to the Red Star Line and renamed Poland. She was only chartered before that, I think. And I believe she had her, well, it was after the war they sold her, but they only chartered her after, or before. hence why they didn't change her name. And I also believe she had her maiden voyage on the 4th of September, 1897. I could be wrong, though. And yes, she was scrapped in 1925. All the information about her only said she was renamed Natale in 1925 and then scrapped, but it didn't say she was scrapped the same year or what, so I didn't know. What is this? I'm not gonna try and read that. Let's see if I can be as accurate as humanly possible. Probably not. I'll probably just do my own thing. Just do that, I think. Poland and her 4 other sister ships were... Manitou, that's her name. That was her name. Manitou. Poland and her 4 other sister ships were sold to Atlantic Transport Line in early 1898, and the Leyland Line made some, deal or something. Yeah, I think Leyland did have control over Atlantic Transport at the time or something like that. It was one way or the other. They had some sort of partnership going on. Or was it? No, yeah, it was the Leyland Line, I'm pretty sure. Should probably get on making a couple doors. What is this shit without any doors? Oh. Okay. I watched the documentary on Netflix about the Costa Concordia just about an hour ago, and I loved it. It was amazing. You don't actually realize how horrific these things can be, considering there were 32 casualties that night. At the end, it did say something like the company faced, Costa Cruises, face no criminal charges. I don't see why they would face any criminal charges, because it wasn't their fault. It was the captain's fault, simple as that. So, there should be... Actually, there should be probably a door right about here somewhere. Actually, I'll put the door right here. That's not where the button goes. That's definitely not where the button goes. There we go. Yeah, that was the only photo I found of the Poland before I found other depictions of it under the Manitou. As the Manitou. Why does she look smaller compared to her sister ships? It can be a great number of things. It can be how the image is cropped. It can be how the ship is trimmed. It could be pretty much anything, really. The ship could be trimmed poorly. The photo could be cropped weird. She might be overloaded or something. That's Poland, 1897. And I gotta find what her sister ships' names were. Shit. Alright. Well, that's the image of the Poland. She looks fairly large to me. But let's take her sister ships. Sister ships. They are... What's the name of one of her sister ships? SS Manitou. 1897. Ship. Okay. Sister ship. Marquette. She looks just about the same size to me. Oh yeah, yeah, she looks about the same size to me. I am not reading that just as you. Sorry, but that happened. Should I do like a row of like... I think I should do like a row of like spruce buttons here at the top. The deck house. I think that would make it more accurate. Why did I start building Lusitania again? I forget. Alright. And then after the Ile-de-France, I have to then build the remake of the Aquitania. So that's gonna be fun. To recruit... Sorry, you'd have to make a few other changes to Queen Mary in order for it to become Queen Elizabeth. Now, which deck was it that the Veranda Cafe was on? Was it this deck? Or was it the Veranda? It wasn't the Veranda, I don't think, but... Was it? I don't know what it was called. It was that deck, yes. Okay. So now I have to take a look. Alright, and so let me just do that. So it's up until like, should be up until like about there, I think, so. Let's say about there. Alrighty. See if we can figure out an attempt to build this, because the outside of it is white, but the inside of it is brown, so I don't know how I'm going to do that in the slightest. I also feel like this might be... Yeah, I feel like this... Yeah, this is a bit too far back, I think. So I'm just going to put this one block to the bow. And all will be well. Oh. Raise the Britannic, convert it to Titanic, and sink it in for a movie. Except for the fact that even though the Britannic is in better condition than Titanic, it would still completely disintegrate when you try to raise it. Apparently, the Atlantic transport line was starting to collapse after a lot of their ships sunk in World War I, so I guess they just sold Poland to Red Star. Yeah, a bunch of Atlantic transport liners were sold to Red Star, or chartered. Red Star had Well, their last few ships weren't even their own. Like, the last few ships of the Red Star Line, until it collapsed, were Atlantic transport liners. I can't remember what their names was. What their names were. It was like the I don't know. I forget what their names are, but they chartered it for a couple voyages to the Red Star Line before, you know. I need a picture of Lusitania's veranda. Lusitania Veranda Cafe. That's probably not how you... Oh, it is called the Veranda Cafe. Alright. Take a good old look here. It was like a reddish brown... It was like a mahogany type wood. I don't know what the closest thing to Minecraft is to that. Mahogany color. What's a mahogany colored block? I don't think there is one, really. Could use brown terracotta, I guess. Suppose. But... yeah, once Titanic. Is there a mahogany block in this game? You know what, I'll just build it with, like, brown terracotta or something. I guess I could just use spruce, I suppose. Come on. Alright, and then this ends at like... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 blocks. Can't count it. 5, 6, 7, 8. I suppose I can use, like, trapdoors on the side here. Getting creative now. Oops. If you are one of the modeling I like waterline modelers. Like, in a way, like, I don't build exterior models. Like, there was nothing stopping me from being a waterline modeler. Poland outlived all... Oh, and the Alexandria outlived all their sister ships. I don't see it as an incomplete build, personally. In my eyes, under that logic, then that would mean you'd have to do all the interiors as well, because they're also a part of the ship, and I don't do interior. I usually don't do interiors. Oh. What do I want? I want... I don't know. This is fine. Well, when Mauritania and Lusitania were built, from what I can understand, they kind of just wanted to compare the ships. So they put cowl vents on the Mauritania, which was the traditional method of ventilating the ship. And then on the Lusitania, I'm doing this backwards, I know Lusitania is the older ship, but on the Lusitania, they had the little small, I don't know what they're called, but they had the stovetop vents, I think that's what they're called. They had stovetop vents. Now, they just wanted to try and find out which was more efficient, I think, and it turned out Mauritania's cowl vents were. As to why they didn't change Lusitania's stovetop vents to cowl vents, I don't know. Because the stovetop vents had to be cleaned far more often, and if I'm not mistaken, broke far more often as well. The cowl vents were the way to go. So, my personal theory is that if Lusitania survived the war, then afterwards she would have looked more like the Mauritania, and they would have replaced her stovetop vents with cowl vents, is my personal theory. Because pretty much, there wasn't really any other big commercial ship that even had stovetop vents. I cannot name you a single other ship that had stovetop vents, other than Lusitania. So my personal theory is just that they would have changed them out if Lusitania hadn't sunk. That's not the block I want. Guess I don't even want a block, technically. Is that right? Yeah, that is right, okay. I don't know what that is. And I am 99% sure that is not a real ship. Right. But you know, that's just a theory. A ship theory! No, okay. I'm sorry, I had to do it, I'm sorry. Alright, let's ask whatever that is. Yeah, I don't believe you. I'm sorry if it actually is a real ship. I am so sorry if it's actually a real ship. Maybe it is a real ship. Is that... I need more than... translate the page. Is that... Oh my god, it's a real ship! Who names their ship that? Why is it so long? Imagine working on a warship in the 1810s. I couldn't do it. To be honest, I probably couldn't work on a warship in general. Alright, so I need to figure out these windows because something's gotta be done out. So there were actual, like, windows here. This might look very ugly. Not really, actually. Alright. And then there was also a skylight. See what I can get from the skylight. If anything, not really anything. RMS Lusitania. What? How did they name that top deck? Just the boat deck. Or a deck. Okay, I find it weird because on the Lusitania, you know this deck? Well, it's called the boat deck. Just like most other ships of the time, this deck is called the boat deck. But for some reason, it's also a deck. It's not like Titanic where it's, oh, the boat deck and then A deck, B deck, C. This is a deck. But it's also the boat deck. So I don't know what they call this deck. It's probably like the sun deck or something like that. But, you know. Alright. So, let's take a good look. For some reason, when I search up the name of that ship, though, I'm getting an astronaut. Well, it did have a great big skyline for, like, a good chunk of this. The good thing about this skylight is that it is actually gridded, so this glass block actually works well. I just gotta find how it was covered. Just gotta find that out. Because I don't know. RMS Lusitania top view. Pretty sure there's a couple photos of Lusitania, of the top of Lusitania, taken by the Wright brothers, I thought. Photo. All I'm getting is side views. There's a photo of the top of her bow. Oh, goodness. I cannot find... I don't want to use other people's works, but sometimes I might just have to. I might just go into like Mike Brady's model or something. Alright. This isn't that quality for some reason. What was that? Let's go on his website. Alright. I'm scared to ask if that's a real ship. I'm really scared to ask if that's a real ship. Where's Lusitania? Oh, here she is. What's the difference between this and this? What's the difference between Lusitania 1907 and Lusitania 1909? Whatever, we're doing her maiden voyage, I suppose. Well, we can... So, by the looks of it, it was just a brown structure. I did know that, but only by, like, just recently. I didn't know that, like, before, like, yesterday. Do you know the Germanic, the White Star Liner built in 1875, was attacked by an Ottoman U-boat or warship or something? They actually reported that they sunk the Germanic, which at the time was named the Gulshamal, or something like that. Yeah, they did not sink her. They also reported that there was a loss of life, probably around 1500. There wasn't, and she returned safely to port. Ended up being scrapped in 1950. He had a long career. Yeah, well, that sucks. I can't. There. God. Do I have to build these ships? Because I'm sure they have no deck plans that we can find. I can't get out. There we go. Come on. Nope. Come on. Come. What did I want to do with these again? I don't even know. Whatever, they can stay like that. Maybe I wanted to cover them or something. No, there's more information about her as the Manitou. I don't trust AI because I just searched up. So there's a series on Netflix called The Crown, and I was wondering if there were any episodes. It's about the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, and I asked Google, well, I guess not Google, I asked Microsoft Bing if there were any episodes of The Crown without Queen Elizabeth II, and it said, no, there are no episodes of The Crown with Queen Elizabeth II, meaning it's thinking that, okay, no, there's no episodes with Queen Elizabeth at all. And then it goes ahead to say it's about Queen Elizabeth. Now, I'm not saying I haven't used AI. Believe it or not, Liner Living, my series on YouTube, that only has 2 episodes. I'm not gonna lie, ChatGPT came up with a name for that, and I liked it. Like, I would be lying if I haven't used AI. And I will never use it in the production of my videos. But I will use it for ideas. But I won't use it to get information. No, Poland had 4 masts. Alright. Now, there was, like, 2, like, vent-like structures coming up from there. I don't know how to... I mean, I guess I can just put blocks on them. This also seems a bit tall, I think. Great. Yeah, I'm gonna put the derricks on the masts. Is that too tall? No, it's fine. There weren't any derricks on the aft mast, though, on the main mast. Only the foremast, though, I'm pretty sure. And, I mean, there were cargo cranes right here. I think they were, like, nearly the same type that Titanic had. I should actually probably get those cranes built. Be nice if they had a space for them on the deck plans, though, but they don't. That's alright. RMS Lusitania, stern. Wait, no, Lusitania didn't originally have those cranes, though, did she? I don't think she did. She had the area, she had the thing for them. Like, she had the... Oh, did she? Well, there's one crane there. But there's the lack of a second crane. So I'm just gonna go off of that. Poland and her sister ships were built for land before all of them were transferred to Atlantic transport. Chippy, how are you doing? Starfleet, how are you doing? Docking bridge up the stern. I only know one ship where the docking bridge is on the bow, and it's the one I just built. And I still have no clue why. There is plenty of room for a docking bridge right here. Why do they have to build that monstrosity? Just how different would the sinking have been? Of Lusitania? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? It's been a while since I've joined that. Red, how are you doing? We have 8 people here. The stream started like 50 minutes ago, but that's fine. I was planning on streaming a little while today because I haven't done it in a while, but we'll see. I want to know what her cargo crane configuration was, because I know one of her cranes, she didn't originally have one of her cranes. And I thought she didn't have both of them, but this is saying that she did. And if I just click on that, yeah, both cranes are visible there on the 1915 version. But I don't want the 1915 version, I want the 1907 version. I'm just gonna go off of Mike Brady and do this. How different the sinking? I meant, what if the Titanic had 3-funnel, 4-masted design? Oh! Well, that's a good question, because we don't know what the original design technically would have looked like. We do know, but, like, we don't know the interior layouts. We don't know where the watertight compartments would have been. The sinking could have been exactly the same, unlikely, but technically possible, or it could have capsized the ship in less than an hour, if she had the original design. We simply we can't tell. We don't know. Yeah, from Part-Time Explorer. That documentary that Part-Time Explorer put out is my new favorite. It was the Edmund Fitzgerald, now it's Andrea Doria. I cannot believe the quality in that documentary. It's amazing. And it's entertaining, too. Nice music. Well, the music is listed in the description. It's not my music. It's a 12-hour loop of music. Didn't Lucy and Mar... yeah, there is, if you go on Lusitania's Wikipedia article, then yes, she did. You can see that she did originally have a 3-funnel design, but they changed it to 4 funnels, which looks much better in my opinion. Like that concept art that they had back in 1903, I think, it looked awful with the 3 funnels. It looked really bad. All right. No ads. Sometimes it gives me ads, but I think that's just YouTube glitching out. It'll give you an ad at the beginning, and when you finish it, it'll give you an ad. And it might give you 1 or 2 ads in the middle, but apart from that, it's 12 hours here. I very rarely have I gotten ads from this. What was her cargo crane configuration? And why is there a photo at the top of her bow, but not the top of her stern? The Wright brothers themselves photographed the ship. Why, you know. Okay, this Minecraft model is really good. The one I'm looking at right now. That's amazing. I wish I could build like that. Alright. I don't have... No. I finished watching the Costa Concordia documentary on Netflix a couple hours ago. It was pretty good. I liked it. I need a picture of her stern, the top of her stern. Is this a builder? The builder's model could help me. Alright. So, the crane was just sitting here. Well, compared to the ships at the time, it's still pretty big. Which one? Which one what? Yeah, there was like a storage locker here, though. And in the end, this is where they put the other cargo crane. But for the beginning of the ship's career, that was, I know that was a storage locker, I'm pretty sure. Have a good day, Chippy. Oh, I forget what it's called. It has, like, I don't know. But if you just search up Costa Concordia on Netflix, that's the first one that pops up. It's brand new on Netflix. It just came out, well, like a month ago. Probably not even. Yeah, Hungarian was a real ship. I need... Okay, what did her cargo crane look like? This isn't where her cargo crane was. That's definitely not where her cargo crane was. Okay, it was... Okay, now I need to look at his Titanic model. My mouse just died. Oh, great. Yay, I love when my mouse dies. Plug this in. I might have just given myself a base reveal. I'm bad. Here we go. I might. So, the reason I stopped Brief History midway through Season 3 was because I found out there was another YouTube channel called Brief History, and they make medieval history videos. And I didn't know if they were okay with me using the name Brief History, because, you know, I don't watch their channel regularly. And they just released a video, and I commented on it, asking if I could use the name, and he said, well, yeah, I don't have any legal rights to it. So, you didn't get this from me, but you might be expecting the return of Brief History later this summer. It won't be Season 4, it'll be the rest of Season 3. I am planning on doing it now. I'm still not planning on doing a Season 4 at this moment in time. But, you know. Oh, wait, yeah, I want his Titanic model. Ocean, okay, liner designs, Titanic. Alright, what did Titanic's cargo cranes look like? Were they the same as Lusitania's? They were pretty similar, not quite the same. Alright, now Lusitania's were different. Alright. I don't know what the cargo cranes here were used for. There's literally no room for a cargo hatch here. So, you know, I don't know why they put cargo cranes here, but, you know, why not, I guess. Maybe there is a cargo hatch here, and I just don't know about it. Excuse me. Alright. Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna just go to my brief history scripts. I don't have all of them done. I have like half of Series 3 done. I know I still haven't finished Season 3 scripts. And it's been a year almost since I started them. I go to brief history. Let's go to Season 3 here. So the episodes of Brief History Season 3 so far have been Costa Concordia, Kaiser Wilhelm der Grosse, Kronprinz Wilhelm, Kaiser Wilhelm II, Kronprinzessin Cecilia, Normandy, and Queen Elizabeth. The rest of the episode, that's only episode 7 out of 30. So this might go into 2027, I'm not sure, I haven't done the math. But the next episodes, if I do decide to start the series back up, will be the Mauritania 2, the Queen Mary, the C&B, the HMS Warspite, the DKM Admiral Scheer, the Veendam from 1922, the RN Andrea Doria, the Imperator, the Lusitania, the California from 1907, the Tiger, the HMS Tiger, the DKM Nuremberg, the SS L'Atlantique, the Flandre, the France from 1960, the Song of Norway, the Song of America, the New Amsterdam, the Kroonland, the Umbria, the Scythia, the Lucania, and the Normannia. What can I use for, I could theoretically use end rods, I suppose, but that's not very, no, I probably won't. And what else could I use? Goodness, I don't know. I don't want to use slabs. I might just use end rods anyways. That's good enough. Ah! What's a new thing about the attack? Oh, okay. Take a look at the ship at night. Oh, wrong button. Okay, I think she looks pretty good. Put in her navigational lamps. It's essentially the same as Carpathia's navigational lamps, I'm pretty sure. So I'll just go ahead and copy from Carpathia. They had essentially the same design, more or less. 13 knots. Yeah, I believe that. Well, she wasn't anything Titanic-like or anything like that. Just meant to get the job done. It's what most ships were built like back then, just to get the job done. That was a vent in between this, so I'll make sure not to put any portholes there. In fact, I'll even mark it out with red wool. Right. Well, yeah, if she only goes 13 knots, then yeah, she probably is a single screw. Alrighty, so like that, and then another one. Oh, I want the door there. Duh, I want the door there. Another one there. Well, yeah, she wasn't. She was a cargo liner. That's what they were called. If it was a cargo ship. If it was a cargo ship, but also had room for paying passengers, then they were called cargo liners. A mix between a cargo ship and an ocean liner. Ships like the Delphic or the Cumric or the Georgia. No, the Georgic was just a cargo ship. The Delphic, the Cumric, the what other ships? The Gothic, the Poland. They're all cargo liners. So it's that's a problem. Yeah, that's a problem. And that's what the problem is. Right there. There is? No, there isn't. Surely not. There's one on the Marquette. Oh, it's in French. Of course it's in French. You really gonna go scrounging for material on this ship. It's always fun finding information on an ocean liner that just didn't have information on it. I remember a long time ago, and I was only young, I would go on the Wikipedia Cunard Line page, and at the time it was the page about the Cunard Line that had Wikipedia's list of ships for the Cunard Line. It was on the Cunard Line page instead of its own page back then. And I remember I always saw a ship that would kind of be an outlier from the rest. It was called the Royal George, and I don't know much about it. I don't know if she was chartered by the Cunard Line or owned by it and just wasn't renamed. Probably chartered. And that was around World War I's time. And it just didn't have a Wikipedia page on it. And now if I go to SS Royal George, I don't think it had a Wikipedia page anyways. But now it's got a whole Wikipedia page and everything. Like it's yeah. All right, let's get to work on Lusitania's vents, because otherwise we're never going to get this ship finished. I'm hoping this will be a longer stream tonight. I might use Ocean Liner Designs as Lusitania model. Yes, just as reference. Lusitania boat deck. And that's the Mauritania. Okay, these are the exact deck planes I'm using, so I may as well just use these. A lot higher quality as well. So these should be about 7 blocks long and about 8 blocks from the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I don't know how wide these are, so we're just gonna guesstimate. That's probably good. I don't think it really matters, to be honest. It's just gonna be, so what's the closest block to brown terracotta? I feel like would it be dark oak or spruce? I I feel like dark oak would be too brownish, too dark. I mean, I use spruce trapdoors though, so I may as well just use spruce. Oh wait, but it had like 2 things here instead of 1. And it wasn't that tall either, it was only like that tall. Just gonna do that. And then that. I think I'm gonna use, for the fake skylights, the daylight sensors. I can't find them though. There they are. Oh, I only did half of the thing anyways. Using daylight sensors just like old times. I should probably look at chat. If you ever do a remake of the Brief History of Poland video, let me know so I can show you images in history and I can repost. If you want to, you can post those images of Poland as... I prefer just one as the Manitou and maybe one at least of one version. Maybe 3 images. I mean, I can just find them myself. Why are these... Oh, yeah, the daylight sensors. You don't have to do that. Like, I'll find them. I found more photos of Poland as the Manitou, so you're all good on that. But if you really want to do it, then 2 or 3 images. If you can find them. But again, you don't have to. Like, I'm perfectly capable of finding them myself. And I will research the history on all the different sites anyways. So, overall, you know. Alright, so there's going to be 2 cowl vents. There's going to be one right in between here. I found images of her under Red Star and White Star. Well, the photo I have on the Brief History video is her in the White Star livery. Hang on. SS Manitou, 1897. Let's take a quick good old look. Yeah, I found them too. I have that photo. I have this photo. Yeah, no, I found... No, you're good. You don't have to do that. Don't do that. You don't have to put them on your community. I found them. And I will be finding... I will likely remake her video. I'll probably remake Poland's video before I get started on Season 3. Again. But I appreciate the help. And then there's another skylight that's kind of connected to this, and that should be like 11 more blocks. Do I have 11 more blocks to spare? Oh, barely. It's like... Yeah, that's a lot closer to the funnel than I would have liked. There's not really anything. I'm gonna make this 10 blocks, you know. You know, I might even make it 9. Well, if I was aware that she was named Manitou, when I made her brief history video, I probably would have put more than one image of her. Well, it's always on the French Wikipedia page. Yeah, that's not right. I don't even think I want a thing there. Do I? Yeah, I think I do, actually. Alright, see ya, Centaur. Have a good one. I'm gonna get rid of this one, this row here. Yeah, that's easier. Oh, this would have been the engineer's skylight, I think. So I gotta pay a bit of extra attention to this. Why don't I delete those? I still need those. There's a great big skylight in between her number 3 and 4 funnels that is... It goes pretty much right up to the 3rd funnel, actually. It's 15 blocks long. And it's only 2 blocks away from this one. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's good enough. And that's only supposed to be 2 blocks tall. So, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's probably Alright. The wireless shack seemed to be between the number 2 and 3 funnels. I'm thinking of this one being a longer stream, hopefully at least 2 hours. So wireless shack would be nice. I can't really... RMS Lusitania wireless shack. Is there any images of that? The exterior of the wireless shack. No, there isn't. Of course there isn't. Where would there be? Not that I can find. It's alright. There's a tiny little skylight here. And that is only 7 blocks long. And then there's like a thing there. What is that? I can't tell what that is. There's no way that's the wireless shack. Instead, it's gotta be like something for the wireless shack, because that's where the wires are. Oh no, I figured it out. 3, so it's just 2, and then 7, I think. Yeah, 2, and then 7. Say what you will about the Lusitania, she was very brightly lit on the top decks. At least you would think so, anyways. No, not another 2 hours. I'm hoping at least 2 hours. It's already an hour and a half long, so I'm fairly certain I can make it. No, you're good. Alright, so then there's like a thing for the wireless shack here. I might just build up in this. It's like a, I don't know what it is, but I'll just do that with a staircase at the end. There we go. That's not right. Dang it. There we Good, that's still not right. Ah! There we go, there we go. Yeah, I streamed a little earlier than usual, didn't I? Did I? Yeah. It's 2 hours in, and yeah, I streamed a little early, but that's alright. I like streaming a little bit early. Actually, I prefer streaming a little bit early, but I never usually get around to doing it. Because A, I'm either busy, or B, I just can't be bothered. Alright, there's a 4-block skylight right in front of the number 2 funnel. Which is perfect to the shear. Wait. There, yeah. I'll just do a line of trapdoors on top like that. There. Not the best thing in the world, but certainly not worst. Actually, it is kind of ugly, but I'll just leave it for now. No big deal. Alright. And I know there was a skylight on top of her wheelhouse. Like her helmsman got some pretty good luxury. I might just pop in. I'll probably do the wheelhouse's interior, but for now it can just be black. Probably like right here. Yeah, I have a problem here. Fine then, have it your way. Jeez. Alright. She had a monkey's island, didn't she? She had like a bit of a compass platform here. So I'll just put a wall there. The one thing I like about Lusitania is that my model will go easy on the item frames, because there's only a certain amount of item frames that you can put in the world in this game, in this version. And with these ships, there's cowl vents everywhere where I use item frames. Whereas Lusitania doesn't even use cowl vents. She does, but like very few of them. Like, she does not use cowl vents. So that'll be nice. That'll be really nice. And in my opinion, she looks better without the cowl vents. I don't like the big old cowl vents that Mauritania had. She still looks beautiful, but Lusitania looks better in my opinion. So I'm gonna place this little line here with the quartz pillar because I know there's a, you could clearly see it's still kind of bulwark. Goodness gracious. Alright. Take a look at her deck. So there's a vent right there. What's nice is that it'll tell you where all the stovetop vents are. Well, some of them anyways. So there's gonna be a vent here. And they would have been brown, actually. There would have been another vent right about here. Actually, I might have that right out to the side, actually. Oh no. Alright. Let's see. There would have been another vent just forward of the second lifeboat. Right here. then there would have been another one just forward, which would have been that one. So that's all good. Smaller space there, but that's alright. There's a big old area here with a vent. There's a big old vent here. I'll only do the little thing there. God almighty. Put them in a few vents here. Just after the fourth funnel. And more stovetop vents. And we're all at this fourth funnel for some reason. Usually it's the fourth funnel that's fake, but no one this show is real. How'd I manage to place that? Okay, I'm just bad at this game. So there would have been another vent right off of the third funnel. Built it wrong. Welcome back, Red. And I don't know what that was. It would have been a staircase, I suppose. Another vent off of this. Working out to be pretty nice, I think. the most boring ship to build in a while, but now she's getting there now. And I think that's most of the stovetop vents done, actually. I think there was a couple vents actually behind the first funnel. I didn't put the whistle on the first funnel. Why didn't I do that? I can be foolish sometimes. That's definitely good now. Take a look at Lusitania's whistles now. How were her whistles done? So I know she had like an automatic horn or something right here. In the middle of her first funnel and nowhere else. So Lusitania. Yeah, so right in the third band there is a whistle thing. I don't know where the brewing stand is. There it is. Oh. There we go. Looking good, I think. Alright, I'm gonna do her entire front before I do the back. May as well. Although I will do this first. Right. Anyone still here? So, let's take a look. I don't know where the catwalks were. I'm just gonna make a guess. Right about there, probably. Be three portholes there. Door there. have a deck yet. Over here. I didn't even see those messages. I'm sorry. Where's Miracle? I have no clue where Miracle is. What's my best ship? That's a good question. Well, at the moment, I'm actually kind of thinking this ship, to be honest with you. But if you're talking about ones that are finished, then Californian, actually, I feel like would do it pretty well because it's nice and small, and it's easy to build, and she looks really nice. I don't think I'm gonna keep the granite funnel. I think I'm gonna make it a terracotta color. In fact, you know what, I'm actually probably gonna do that right now, to be honest. Because I feel like just magenta terracotta is a better color. I was always gonna do that. I'm just gonna make sure what it looks like first. Alright. Yeah, I'm definitely changing it to that. It's more vibrant. Alright. Can fix all these holes in the deck now. You know, I might actually finish the Lusitania today. I wasn't expecting to finish Lusitania this stream, but I think I might just do that. Oh boy. This is gonna be difficult though. Why did I do this? That's B. That's not what I want at all. But okay, I guess I'm fast now. I want it night vision. There we go. Alright, now I gotta figure out what the decks looked like. Down to C deck now. No, yeah, C deck. So there's an entire corridor down to there, but I'm just gonna put it in black concrete. Also, because it's right against the shear. Actually, it's put into the shear, but I wasn't about to shear this hallway when it didn't need to be sheared. This core, I guess. I'm not ready for the cake I haven't chosen. Well, it's not finished yet, but it's getting there. Actually, there isn't really there isn't really much to put here. To be honest with you, there's a pantry right here that I could. There's a pantry. And another pantry over there. Right. I'll just put 2 portals there at the end. I'm just gonna kind of guesstimate the whole thing going backwards. So I can probably place a lot of portals here. then a porthole there, and a door there. Technically, these both sides aren't symmetrical. They essentially are, but there's like one of these curves is like 3 blocks forward on one side. Yeah, well, I don't really have a way of checking it right now anyway, so I'll check it after the stream. But I appreciate it, Centauri. I don't know what this is. I don't know. Oh, well, that's a doorway. So that's just there. I'll just do the buttons later on the doors. Engine hatch won't have anything in it. So I'll put another doorway here. And then another one here, because why not? And then I suppose 1 or 2 portholes here. I may as well do these then. Have you ever visited an ocean liner? Have I? No, I haven't. No. But I really want to. Queen Mary is my top priority, and then after that, probably, Hikawa Maru. I'd love to visit the Hikawa Maru. It'd be a great ship to visit, actually. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Nomadic is priority on the list. Nomadic. I know it's not an ocean liner, but Nomadic has immediate priority on my list. I don't like how this is so narrow, but it is correct with the deck plan, so I guess there's nothing I can do about it. Is it ever gonna end? Oh my god. Is it ever gonna... Okay. After this is a great big dining saloon. So I guess it's good that I put a... Oh, wait, no, that was right there, so I guess it's good that I put a whole bunch of windows there. I think for the rest of my ships from now on, I'm going to put like 1 or 2 select few rooms of interiors that are chosen. I think with this ship, it's just going to be the Veranda Cafe, because I've already built it. But yeah. And I think that this is going to be a doorway at the end of here. And another doorway at the end of here. That's not how I want it. There we go. Let's go to the other side now. So then there's 2 more sets of doors here. There's a lot of doors in this promenade for some reason, and I don't know why. Like, it doesn't seem like there needs to be this many doors. They're all to crew spaces, I'm sure, because there's little tiny rooms in between here that are for, like, the galley and then ventilation areas and whatnot. And then it's just a random porthole thing all the way up. Which is good. Why is that? Oh, that's why. Oh, well, if it isn't the Stoned Abbot. I haven't seen you in like a year. It's nice to see you again. How have you been? I guess I should... Oh, well, it's fine. Hanging on as always, but that's good. I think that is kind of crazy that in modern days I saw 2 ships burn in something like 3 years. Like, burn completely out. That's actually kind of crazy. It's a bit of a rarity today for things like that to happen, ships burning out. Usually it would have to be either a cigarette or arson. And usually a cigarette. It's not usually anything like that. Usually it's something like a cigarette, or oil, for God's sake. Oil as well. But it's a rarity today. A bit of a rarity anyways. Electrical fires are also a thing, I suppose. Yeah, I did not place these portholes evenly. But, oh well at this point. The gangway door here. One's still in service, the other one is being scrapped. I see. Well, it's good that they managed to salvage one of them. Okay, yeah, this might be my best model so far. This is turning out to be great, and it's the most boring model ever to build, and I'm sure that's not going to stay that way, because I have 2 more 44,000 ton liners to build after this. I have the Ile-de-France, and then I have the Aquitania. So I'm going to be in for a treat this next month, I'm sure. And then after that, I'm building the Afric. And I'm debating on whether or not I should go back to my old method of my viewers choosing ships, where I'd give an option of 4 ships, and then I'd build the top 3, and then I just wouldn't build the 4th one. And if so, that means I'm not doing a rebuild of the Celtic. Well, I guess I've never actually built the Celtic. I built her sister ship. Not even a year, well, a bit more than a year ago. That'll be, if I do end up rebuilding that, then it will be, in a way, the newest ship I've rebuilt in a while. Because I just feel like it's the one that's aged the poorest. It doesn't even look finished. I don't know how I passed that off as finished, but that was only a year ago. So, you know. I can start on the aft of the ship now. 10 days, jeez. Maiden Voyage was an absolute comedy of errors. Wait. Oh, wait. Ever done SS Great Western, criminally underrated ship. Her maiden voyage was an absolute comedy of errors. I don't doubt it. It was a Brunel ship. But no, I haven't done Great Western. The only paddle steamer I've done is the Arctic. And then I have started Cunard's Britannia, but I never finished it because I completely screwed over her deck plans by accident. I did not build her accurate, and she's also kind of too small to build accurate in a way. I'll probably build the Great Eastern someday, but that's probably an obvious exception to the rule. Because that thing is huge. But what happened during a maiden voyage? I know Great Eastern, like, just frickin' exploded during her maiden voyage. Like, one of her funnels just... But yeah, I don't know what happened to Great Western. I don't know how a ship burns for 10 days straight. That's wow, that's honestly kind of impressive. Right. That's Lusitania stern. Because I know there's like tarp covers on her stern, I just don't know their configuration. I guess I should, realistically, I should probably actually do the machinery on this deck first. So this is C deck, I think. Is that C deck? That is not C deck. Is this C deck? That is not C deck. Is this C deck? That's definitely not C deck. Is this C deck? That's C deck. Alright, so there's a capstan right here, and I'm also pretty sure her capstans were white. Why did I grab it? I don't need this. Her capstans were white, so I can redo her other things. Like that or something. Like Acacia. Before the voyage even began, she ran aground. Then a fire in the boiler room nearly killed Isambard Brunel. Oh, I believe it. I believe that. I guess I should have used birch. Oh well. Well, now I'm using it again. And then the Great Eastern actually ended up killing Brunel. How old was Brunel when he died? Like, was he an old man and was it expected? Or what did the Great Eastern, the stress from the Great Eastern actually kill him? Isambard Kingdom Brunel. I did not spell that right. He was pretty young. Yeah, he was pretty young. He was only 53, jeez. That's pretty young. Even for back then, that's pretty young. Well, I guess no it isn't, but kind of. If you live past your childhood, then that's considered pretty young for back then. The child mortality rates were high back then, but like, if you lived past your childhood, then you were expected to be an old man. Or a woman. And that 20-foot fall would have killed him if he hadn't landed on the chief engineer. Oh my god. But 7 passengers demanded refunds at the last minute. Only 2 days into the voyage, they realized they hadn't hired enough stokers, which saw the onboard workers have their hours raised. Wow. That's like a whole bunch of lawsuits waiting to happen. Okay, this ship is looking great. Alright, what else? What next? Right, Yes. What other machinery did she have on her poop deck? I don't know. She had a hatch. Was that a hatch or a skylight? I guess it was a hatch. But it looks like a skylight. I'll make it a hatch. How wide is it? It's like 5x3, I think, or 5x4 or something. I'll make it 5x4. Now it's snow. First one burned in 2021 for 3 hours and a half and is still in service, and the other one burnt out in 2023. Oh, okay. Ran into a snowstorm halfway across and nearly tipped the whole ship with the weight of the ice on the top deck. Yeah, that's oh, they had to stop the engines 3 times when the paddle shafts ran out of grease. Jeez. Wait. Which sent one of them into a mental breakdown, and the captain's strict punishment nearly caused a mutiny. Oh my god! That's like enough to cover an entire video essay's worth. Just for the maiden voyage of a ship built in 1843. Or 1840, or whenever it was. Right, can't forget the bollards. And by the standards of the 1830s, the voyage of SS Great Western was considered a stunning success. Oh my god. That's unbelievable. Alright, I'm pretty sure there was a skylight or something there. I don't know about you, but that sounds like an abysmal failure. To me. Did I get rid of the item frames? I did. That's odd. I don't usually get rid of item frames. Wrong color. Brunel's Great Western by Dennis Griffiths. Read it a few years ago on a bus to Bristol to see the Great Britain. Nice. Yeah, the Great Britain I also want to see. Any ship that still survives from like over 50 years ago I want to see, essentially. Alright. So that's a skylight, I think, right in front of this. I'll make it 3x3. And then I'll kind of do that. Or would this have been brown? No. Why is a brown skylight on top of this? Just getting this, I'm getting this, and I'm getting this, and this, and this. Alright. I'll put it on my list. I don't know what this was. Another storage thing or something. And there's another skylight here. I wonder why these skylights were white and all the other ones are brown. There's also a new book about the Great Western called The First Atlantic Liner, which more focuses on the stories of the people who sailed on board. Okay. I'll put that on my list as well. Alright. There's some stovetop vents here, actually. You know what, I may as well just make this all. This should more so be around the height of this, so I'm gonna there's not really a good way around this. I mean, I guess I could, yeah, I can widen this. Got a favorite book, Jay? I don't really have a favorite book, but I do have a couple of books. One of them I haven't I haven't read. I've read like the first couple pages. And the other one, I've read the first couple chapters and it's pretty interesting. I've just stopped reading it because I've gotten a little bit busy. I have, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. This book here, hang on. This book here, Endurance, Shackleton's Incredible Voyage. It's obviously about Ernest Shackleton's voyage to the Antarctic. And I also, it's here somewheres. I know it's here somewheres. Where is it? Come on now. Stop hiding from me. Wait, where is it? I seem to have lost it. I don't know how. Oh, here it is. But I was building the Oceanic, and this was a bit of a help to me. Oceanic, White Star's Ship of the Century. Again, I haven't actually read that book yet, but it was a decent help to me when I was finishing my Oceanic model at the beginning of the year. But I would recommend the Shackleton book, more so. Practically don't have a favorite nothing. You're not wrong. No, I have a few favorite things. I've only read the first few chapters of the Shackleton book, but it's pretty good. It's interesting. I like it. Owen of Monty Python fame wrote a great book about the Franklin expedition. I don't know what the Franklin expedition is. I've seen thumbnails of videos on it, mainly maritime horror, I think, but I don't know what the Franklin expedition is. My favorite thing is setting ships on fire. Okay. That's a bit odd, but you know, I guess I won't question you on it. Alright. So there's gonna be a door entrance here. I was joking. I know you're joking. But yeah, I would definitely recommend the Shackleton book. 100%. Even though I haven't even read probably a quarter of it, it's still intriguing. The Franklin expedition was an attempt by a British admiral to find a passage to the Pacific across the north of Canada. Both ships lost with no survivors. To find the Northwest Passage, I assume. Because, yeah, that makes sense then. Yeah, that was a really big hut up until like 200-300 years ago. Or was it? When did they discover the actual Northwest Passage? I know it's a whole lot more north than they thought it was. I know originally they thought it was like somewhere across like Panama or the US or something. They didn't think it was that far up north. How did I do this staircase? I should know this, but I don't. I guess there's a staircase up to this as well. There it was. Is it possible for me to put it up there? Okay, this shouldn't be that wide, actually. sucks. Well, I guess I can just do that. No big deal. I wish I could build it over here, but that's probably... I mean, yeah, I might have to. I have to redesign this a little bit then. Probably. No, it's fine. Didn't they just find the wreckage of a Pan Am flight from like 70 years ago? I didn't even know that flight existed. Like, I had no clue of its existence whatsoever. I'm still waiting for them to find the Malaysia flight, to be honest. Because I know they started the search back up, but I don't think they have been successful, because it would have made, like, national news for, like, a couple days, I'm sure. Not just, well, I say national news, international news. Alright. DC-4 crashed in the sea in 52 and killed 50 people, led to huge overhauls in safety. Okay. The smoking room probably had quite a few windows. There's this. Alright. And the ship's almost finished now. Like, I did not think I'd be... This is... I made a playlist on my channel, and it's J Ships' 10 longest uploads, and they're all live streams, of course, because I'm not going to be making 3-hour-long videos. But I didn't think I'd be updating it in a while, but now that I look at it, this stream is, right now, the 4th longest video on my channel. I'll probably get this to 3 hours, to be honest with you. And I don't often do that. I have 3 videos, 3 streams on my entire channel that are 3 hours long. This will be the 4th, I'm sure. Might even make it longer than that, who knows. But no, I probably not a whole lot longer. I'll finish the ship, but apart from that... I didn't think it'd be with a Lusitania episode, though. This ship has been awfully boring to build. Up until today, really. Then after Lusitania, I can get started with the Ile de France. Oh boy, yeah, this is a lot of cabins on this one. That's a lot of cabins. That's a lot of cabins. go. Ship's just about finished. Is Red still here? Because if so, I think I can place the cake now. There's still a couple more details left to put on, but apart from that, she's all done. Did not think I'd be finishing her today. Oh yeah, I still have her cargo derricks to put on. So this is 14 blocks and then 10 blocks. Alright. I guess this is only 8 blocks. I'll make it a bit higher. Oh, I didn't even build it right. Alright, let's take a look at it. I might want to delete this first, though. Alrighty. And with that, Lusitania is just about finished. I guess I can do the inside of her bridge. I'll do the inside of her bridge before, and the stream. Because I want to get this stream to 3 hours. Just have the doors open like that. I know it blocks the window, but oh well. So, there's another. Whoops. Oh, I guess this was all, oh goodness, this was, brown. Alright, now the wheel. Just gonna go steal the Mount Temple's helm. Oh, and I have to put these things up at the stern as well. Welcome back, Red. Red, the Lusitania is just about finished. Where would you like me to put the cake? I'm gonna make this one like sideways-ish, I think. There's still a couple details here and there to do, but apart from that, she's done. Some decorations, and then the canvas still to the stern. I have to put the staircase here, don't I? Probably. You would think. I'm gonna put the door here just one block forward. I'd go to sleep, but same difference either way. Where would you want me to put the cake, Red? Lusitania's finished. Almost. Almost. Oops. Oops. Guess I can remove this porthole here, because that's right under a vent, so that wouldn't be there. Same on the other side. You know, I'm just going to make a quick check of all the portholes, because I know there's probably going to be some under the vents. This doesn't need to be there. This doesn't need to be there. This doesn't need to be there. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. This doesn't need to be there. This doesn't need to be there. And apart from that, that's good, I think. I'm gonna move this back just to the door. The Lusitania was famous thanks to her speed, so probably the propellers, but if I remember right, I chose them for the last ship. It wasn't the last ship, I don't think, but was it? You kicks on the funnel for the Mount Temple, and then... No, I think it's on Carpathia's propeller shaft. I don't remember what ship you put them on. Californian's a single screw. Now I need to know. Because it's not Mount Temple, it's not Carpathia, and then the Californian's single screwed. So I mean, I can put them on the propellers anyways, like it's no big deal. Was it the New York? Atlantic is a single screw. Was it the New York? Might have been. Might have been the New York. I didn't even do New York. Okay, New York is not finished. No, Californian's a single screw. I don't think it was. No, it's on... I don't remember where it is on the Californian. Wait, it might be on the actual propeller of California. I don't know. No, the last one was the Mount Temple. And that was on the funnel. Yeah, the last one was out on Mount Temple's funnel. And then the one before that... I don't... Where did you put the thing for Californian? Is it on like a flag or something? Oh yeah, it was on the flag. And then on Carpathia, it was... I don't remember what was on Carpathia. Where was it? Where is it on Carpathia? Is there one on Carpathia? Oh yeah, there's one right at the at the prow. I don't know, but I can put it on the propeller if you want. Or in the engine room skylights or what have you. Yeah, the propellers. Okie dokie. I'm just gonna finish this first. Ah! Wait, engine room. No, I didn't put it on the engine room. I didn't build the engine room. I built the engine room skylights. Incorrectly, might I add. There has to be two on either side, so... If I'm gonna edit this after I'm done, then it's just gonna be the engine room skylights. Because there were technically two on either side, not one big one. But I can put it on the engine room skylight if you want. There, I actually found the cake this time. Oh yeah. I built the wrong side of the propellers by accident. There. Oh, okay, engine room. Okay. Right there. Perfect. No, well, what do you want me to do now? Engine room or propeller? It's the equivalent of I don't have a good example, but it's like the meme. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying. The propellers. Okay, the propellers. And then once I do this, you're gonna say the engine room. Okay, that's funny. No, it's fine. No, I said no, I'm not changing it now. It's on the propeller forever now. I'm not changing it anymore. Oish. God. Alright. She looks pretty good in my opinion. I didn't think I would finish her today, but I did. Did I do her port of registry? I did. Alright. And now I just have the canvas stilts to do with iron bars. And the stuff on the docking bridge. And then she's finished. If you build Mauritania, I will choose the engine room. Okay. Well, no, Mauritania. If I do build Mauritania, it's gonna be a conversion from a Lusitania tutorial, and I don't even know if I can do tutorials that big anymore, to be honest. I'll put some canvas stilts on the docking bridge as well, just because there is stuff there. God, these iron bars are a pain. I hate iron bars. I hate building them anyways. Okay. Now, is there stuff on the bridge I should build? Yeah, there's still... Okay, so there is actually quite a few things left I still need to build. Well, I say quite a few things. Not a whole lot, but... We're gonna do the interior to the bridge. Not the... Well, not the interior. The exterior to the bridge. I was so confused that I forgot I said the engine room, but the cake was already in the... Yeah. Whoopsie. And then there would have been, there was a ladder up here, I think. Of all the ships, I thought I would spend 3 hours straight finishing. I didn't think it would be this one. I thought this would be just another, in a way, kind of failed 1 hour stream. Just like all the other ones. But no, this one has actually been pretty fun. And then the ladders... is Com. How are you doing? I hope I'm saying that right. Got me at the tail end of the stream, Com. I'm not completely done. I will be in a few minutes, though. That there. That there. Not a lot of staircases on this ship, actually. I'm sure there was a ladder. There were a few ladders here and there. I'll put one here. I'll put one here. And I'll put another one right here. Should build a baked potato on the forecastle deck. I'm not building one. How is this still a meme? This was like a year ago. Do the memes on my channel just never disappear? That's not what I want. There we go. Just remembered it now. I completely forgot about that. Okay, there's a staircase there. There's a need for a ladder. Here, so I am gonna build just a ladder here. I don't know why, but Cunard had a habit of building island deck houses, and the only way up to them is a ladder. So there's a story on the Carpathia. On the Carpathia, the wireless operator. I built the 1903 version, so it doesn't have a wireless shack. It only got that in like 1910, I think. But the wireless shack would have been. It was right here on Carpathia. And the only way up to that deck house was via a ladder. And so, during Titanic's sinking, Harold caught him. In movies, it's shown, oh, the wireless set is like right here. So, you know, it's just get out of the doorway and get up to the bridge, and then you can talk with Captain Rostrum. But no. What caught him, what Harold, it wasn't Brad, Harold, yeah, caught him, Harold caught him. What caught him had to do was go down a ladder and go up a ladder and then run the entire deck length to the bridge and then back again multiple times. So that must have been pretty tiring, but I don't know why. But Cunard had a habit of doing that, and it seems very inconvenient to me. Alright, the canvas stilts for this, and then we'll be all done. Whose creator is... Oh, wait. Is Antonia Graza on the list? I will put it on the list. Iceberg right ahead. The Lusitania, not Titanic. The list. It's not on this one. It's on this one. The list. I don't know where the list is. Where's the list? There it is. Alright. SS Antonia. Antonio. What's it called? Antonia Graza. Antonia Graza. Red. Put Poland on the list. I'm pretty sure. Do I have Poland on the list? So, Centauri, I have something to. I have a quick fact for you. And I'm gonna have to go to my stream replay for Jay's ships to this. Because I'm going to have to scroll down a while down. So if I just scroll down here, so Centauri, you suggested that on the 12th of December, 2025. You suggested that in episode 33, because I used to put the episode numbers in these. I don't anymore, but I used to. You suggested that over 8 months ago. Obviously, oh yeah, this is Titanic because it has 4 funnels, definitely, 100%. I changed the idea, put cake on the iceberg, the Titanic's gonna hit. I'm not building the iceberg because that's like 10 times the size of the ship itself. You guys don't know how big an iceberg is? Well, let me tell you, it's big. You should know this already. Pile of icebox. The Centaur. I'm certain I have that on my list somewhere. Yeah, I also have that on my list. I mean, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see the message. How are you doing, Real Ribbon Aviation? I'm not sure what to call you. I can see people excusing Lusitania for Titanic, like you'd be excused, but excusing a ship like the SS Atlantic for Titanic is just like, no. Alrighty, Lusitania is finished. This is the 4th longest video on my channel. Actually, it might be more than that now. It's probably more than that now. Hang on, let me take a quick look. Really didn't think I'd finish this today. Let me take a good old look. So it turns out this is the 2nd longest video on my channel. Second only to the 4-hour stream I did a couple months ago. So this definitely isn't going to be a 4-hour stream. I'm ending the stream now. It's been fun. So I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all found it interesting. Let's take a good look around because she looks magnificent. This is hands down the greatest ship I've built thus far. Maybe a couple of cowl vents missing, but again, that's not a problem. I'll add them eventually. Because I'm going to have to redo the engine skylight eventually. I mean, I guess I don't have to, but... Alrighty. Okay, check my latest community post. Alright. Alrighty. watching. Thank you, Centaur. Appreciate it. Alrighty. She has a strange form. What do you mean? What, the Lusitania? Because I don't know what you mean by form. Looks fine to me. Alrighty. The stern. Oh. Yeah, Lusitania's stern is an absolute nightmare to build. It's not fun. Well, it is fun, but only after a while. You have to figure it out first. Poland looks like the romantic in the photo. Romantic only has 2 max. Oh, crap. Okay, I didn't. Okay, I almost hit you by accident on the channel. I didn't want to do that. No, it looks more like the Masaba. Alright. Hope you all enjoyed this. Found it interesting. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one, which will be the beginning of the Ile de France. Unless I upload a video before then. We'll see. Hope you all enjoyed. Found it interesting, and I'll see you later. Bye.